Rock 56 in this video. So part two of the previous video, how to manifest anything into your reality 100%. Another thing that's a secret to this is you want to be in the here and the now. You know, at all times. It's the same feeling you will feel. It's gonna bring ease. So what I was talking about in the first video, I was saying you want to be in a state of ease, you know, and you want to be in a relaxed, peaceful state. Feel like ease with everything going on in your life. You know that you're good. That's gonna come from you being in the now. You want to be in the present moment. You know, you like really want to tap in and just be here. Just be here, be still, and just be here. You know, listen to, hear the car going at a distance. You know what I mean? Like, just listen to everything going on in the background. Don't always try to drown out the silence with things and all that. You can entertain yourself, but from time to time, just try to listen in the midst of everything going on. You want to do this. You want to be able to do this every time, all the time, continuously. You want to be consistently bringing yourself back to the present moment, being aware of right now. Because we're going to be in your mind. You're going to be in your mind majority of the time. You're going to be in your thoughts, in your head, and you're going to be thinking about shit all the fucking time. And usually, we're in a pattern of thinking that keeps us manifesting the same set of shit in our life that we don't really fuck with, right? That's why you're watching this type of video. You're trying to like figure out how to manifest what you do want. Well, this is the way you feel and the thoughts that you think based on how you feel that keeps manifesting something shit. And we tend to be in a loop, in a pattern of thinking that keeps repeating itself over and over again. You know, you find different things to feel the same way about. You know, you gotta become aware of how you feeling on the inside. How you feeling all the time. You know, you're always lost in your thoughts and your feelings. So, and those thoughts and feelings, are they even benefiting you? Are they bringing the reality you want? Do they support the type of life you want? Or are they the type of thoughts that just keep reminding you and hyper observant of the fact that this and this and that is not going well in your life, or this and this and that might not go well in your life, so you keep worrying about that and thinking about that, when you could be thinking thoughts of, this is gonna work, this is working, it has worked, I'm good. You get to a point where you don't even think thoughts anymore. You don't think about anything. You don't think about these things anymore. Why? Because there's nothing to think about. When everything is good, when you're actually at that point in your life where you have all that you wanted to have and you are secure and good, you're not going to be thinking these thoughts you're usually thinking anymore. You're not going to be having these feelings of fear and anxiety and worry about what the fuck is supposed to happen, what the fuck is going to happen. You don't think that anymore. Why? Because that's not a problem for you anymore. You now live in a reality where that's not an issue. You don't deal with that anymore. And that's how you want to feel right now. Even though it might look like that's not the case, you got enough, you're so used to using the outside world to validate our inner feelings. You gotta change that. Now you want your inner feelings to be the valid one. Fuck the outside world. How you feel on the inside is what matters the most. That's what you wanna become aware of. And you wanna feel the way you feel when you are at that point that you desire to be at. And how do you think you'll feel when you're at that point? When you're already like used to, let's say like, for example, let's say you wanna manifest like to have a Ferrari. And you wanna have enough money to take care of your Ferrari and maintain your Ferrari, and you never want to be broke to where you can't be able to take care of your Ferrari. Or you never want situation where you can't take care of your Ferrari to where you don't have your Ferrari running no more. You can't drive it no more. So you want to create a reality where you have a Ferrari, and you have enough money and funds and resources to take care and maintain your Ferrari for as long as possible. You want to create that for yourself, right? How do you want to feel? You want to feel as if you already are a person who has that Ferrari. Like you're used to that. You're used to having a Ferrari. It's nothing to you. You know? You're not geeked about it. You're not worried about it. You're not stressed about it. You have a Ferrari. Let's say right now you're in a situation where you have no vehicle. You don't have a car at all. Or your car broke down, your shit's not working. You don't have your own vehicle running that you can use right now. You can have all these thoughts and fears and anxiety and worry about how and where your car is gonna come from. Or you could choose to be at ease and at peace and know that you're good. You have a Ferrari. You have enough money to maintain and take care of that Ferrari. You be at ease. Just keep living your life. Just keep doing what you gotta do to, take care of what needs to be taken care of in your life. To be a responsible person for yourself and make sure you're good out here. And do that with the feeling of already being where you wanna be at. You just do that. I'm gonna take it back to where I started. So you want to be in the present moment. The reason I said all those things I just said is because we could get lost in our mind. You see how we started at one point? We started with trying to talk about being in the present moment, and we ended up talking about a fucking Ferrari. That's how the mind wanders off and goes on and on and on and on and on. You don't even realize it. You just been gone in your mind, thinking all types of things. And if you're around people, you're probably yapping about what's going on in your mind, and they're yapping about what's going on in their mind, and y'all just keep bouncing off of each other and going back and forth, yapping all types of stuff. It's cool and all. It's cool to yap and talk with your people. You gotta do that. But you want to be able to tune all that out. Not even tune it out, but just even that in itself. Don't get lost in it. Just be, and just be the observer. Just observe everything. Observe the now, in the present moment, and just be. We could do it together real quick. We're just gonna be for a few seconds. We're not gonna talk, we're not gonna think. We're just gonna become aware of the present moment, and we're just gonna feel the here and now. All right, 1, 2, go. Feel that? Yeah, if you did that shit, I know you feel that shit. Yeah, I know you was there. You was here with us. You was in the moment, you feel me? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tap in. Just be here and now. Throughout the day, every second of the day, if you could remember that you should try to be in the now. Don't even try, just do it. Just be in the now. As I was doing that right there with y'all, thoughts were coming up. I didn't even try not to think, but thoughts will come up. Like thoughts were coming up in my head, but I wasn't going along with them. I just let them be, and I just kept being aware of the present moment and continued to be aware of the thoughts that were coming up and trying to get my attention. And I kind of was like, okay, I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna keep being in the now, keep listening to the silence all around me, keep listening to the distant noise outside that I can hear. Keep being aware of myself holding this phone. You know, I'm just aware of everything going on right here and right now, including the thoughts that are trying to pop up in my head, that are popping up in my head. But I don't get lost in them. I didn't get lost in them. I chose to stay here and now with y'all, listening to the silence, being in the present moment, right here, right now with y'all. Not in the future, not thinking about what I'm gonna do after this video, not thinking about earlier, thinking about nothing, just being. And there's something special about being in the moment, because like, when you just be, there's a certain frequency. It's called love, the frequency of love. That's the frequency that we're in 24/7. That's us. We are love. We are that frequency of love. And when we sift through all these thoughts and feelings and emotions and all these other things that goes on within our psyche, within our space of existence, underneath all that is love, that energy of peace, of calm, of acceptance, of comfort. It's bliss. Feels good. Feels like you're here right now. There's no fear, there's no anxiety, there's no worry. It's just peace and love. That's what we are. That's why it feels so good. Okay? That's who we truly are. All that other stuff doesn't feel good to us because that's not us. What we really are is love and this energy, this frequency, this consciousness. That's what we really are. When you feel that, when you feel who you really are and remember it and embody it, everything is just gonna come to you. Everything is already happening for you. It's already happening for you, constantly. But once you become aware that you're the one making it happen, and it happens for you, effortlessly. When you become aware that you're the one making things happen, you can now consciously decide what you want to happen. Just by thinking about it, feeling about it, and knowing it, and believing it, and embodying it, and being it. I hope y'all got that. Because that's it. That's the truth. We're infinite beings. We live on forever. We have power over this reality. We have power over ourselves. No other being has power over you. No other being can truly control you. They can lie to you, deceive you, manipulate you. But at the end of the day, they really can't do anything to you unless unless you let it happen. And if you knew what they were trying to do you wouldn't let it happen. That's why these people sometimes try to deceive you and trick you into letting things happen. Or they do it without you knowing. Because you've been deceived into thinking that you're powerless and that you are singular and separate from everything, that you are not infinite and you do not have power and you do not create your reality. They got us thinking we're victims. They got us thinking we're victims. So if you're a thing that could create realities, you're a thing that affects reality, you affect and create reality. You affect and create reality. Let's say like that's what you are. You're a being that affects, you create, you have an influence of reality, and you could create, you make things happen. If a motherfucker could trick you into believing that you are a victim, they will trick you into creating a reality where you are a victim. So now as a creator being, you are now creating this reality where you're a victim to shit. And because you're not aware of the fact that you could create your own reality and you're affecting this place and this reality that you experience all the time, because you're not aware of that, and someone has gaslighted you and tricked you into thinking you are a victim and you have no control and power over your own reality and things happen to you and not for you, you create a reality where that is so. So now you're living in a reality that you created yourself to be a victim. A bunch of bullshit is happening and you're never good and you're always in distress like a victim. Well, I'm that friend and that person who's here to remind you and tell you that you create your reality and you are a being that affects this reality and what the fuck happens to you. And you do not need to keep believing and thinking you are a victim and that you are powerless. If you're a creation of the Most High Creator, then you have creative power just like the Most High Creator. Jesus talked about it. You feel me? Like, come on, guys. It's time, bro. Let's do this shit. Like, you're a creator as well. You affect this place. I know you've seen that shit many times in your experience already. So it's time to stop believing the bullshit the enemies over here have set up for us before we were even born. They set this shit up in a way before we were even born. As soon as we get born into this world, we'll start getting fed bullshit about how we're victims and we can't do shit here. And to get shit done, you have to play according to certain rules, or you gotta do this, this, and that, and you gotta do this, this, and that, just for this, this, and that to happen. And they set up all this bullshit that we just create unconsciously. We're not aware that we're creating things, so all these fucking beliefs that we took in and all these ideas of everyone that we've taken in throughout this life and experience here, and the shit the enemy put out, the enemy being the people who want to keep controlling us because they benefit from controlling the masses. So they put out propaganda to influence our mindset and our way of thinking to make us to keep controlling this reality, to be playing out us being victims. So we keep playing out this reality of being victims all over the world while they benefit from that shit. But if all of us can remember that we are what is making all this shit happen, then we all stop creating this shit for ourselves where we are victims, and we start creating a reality for ourselves where we are victors, where we are conquered. We are conquerors of our own reality. Where we are conquerors of ourselves, we could create a reality where we are not victims. You feel me? That's all I'm trying to say at the end of the day. We could create a reality where we are okay. We're good. We're thriving. It is possible. If we really create this reality and we affect things, which we do, we can create peace and love and happiness on the planet, in this whole place. If everyone was aware that we are the ones making shit happen in the reality, if everyone was aware that we affect things that happen in this place, we will consciously create from a place of love and not a place of fear. Because that's what they got us doing. They got us creating reality from when you're a victim, when you think you're a victim, you're in fear mode, you're scared, and you're fearful. And you keep creating realities based off fear. So you keep creating more and more shit to be fearful of, and more shit to be scared of, more and more shit that is not pleasant for you. So you gotta shift from that. You gotta be real stubborn about it too. All of you who are stubborn like me, you gotta be really, you use your stubbornness in this area right now. You can't be stubborn enough to be like, no, I do not want to keep thinking and feeling the same way I used to feel, all negative and shit about life. I'm gonna choose, I'm gonna stubbornly do this in a way. Don't even, you feel me? Though, like, okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Don't even be stubborn about it. Like, do it with ease. Remember, you see? Ease. Do it with ease. See, I'm still learning. I ain't perfect either. You feel me? I'm still learning, but I caught myself right there. That would be a good tactic, but this thing we're dealing with, us, our true self, does thrive and operate in ease. So you do want to do it with ease. But what I was trying to get at is you do want to be very resilient in the way that you pursue thinking and feeling things in a positive way, in a way that makes you, that you will do, in a way that you will feel when you are this victor that you are, this winner, this person who is not a victim. You know, you have to be very strong and resilient in that, because your old ways and your old habit of thinking will want to pull you back into being a fucking victim. That's why I was trying to say you gotta be stubborn about it. You feel me? And being, I guess, like I said, still do it with ease, okay? Remember to be at ease while you're doing all this. Keep being at ease with everything and be in the moment. Remember to always keep remembering to go back into the moment. But you catch yourself, you know, you have more focus and attention when you're at ease. That's why it's gonna help. You'll be able to catch when your old habits want to pop up and make you think about things from a victim standpoint. And remember, you can't create the reality you want if you're still feeling like the victim. Because in that reality that you want, that version of you ain't a fucking victim. So you're not matching up with that version of you yet, because this version of you is still feeling like a victim. It's still a victim. So you're creating a victim reality instead. So you gotta stop feeling like a victim. Literally stop feeling like a victim. And what can help is being aware of your thoughts and your feelings when they're popping up, when you're thinking about things. Stop yourself and catch that shit. Yo, why am I feeling like this? Why am I thinking like this? Okay, I don't want to think like this no more. I don't want to feel like this no more. The version of me that I want to get to, that I know I truly am, doesn't think like this. And he doesn't feel like this, because he doesn't even deal with this type of shit. He's not a fucking victim. You feel that, and you embody that, and move around this world like that version of you that's not a victim. And that's the reality you've created for yourself. And you'll see yourself, you'll find yourself in a world where you're not a victim anymore. And you're a winner. And you keep winning. And things is working out for you. Because that's what you wanted to create for yourself, right? You wanted to create a reality where things are working out for you. So you created that. You feel me? That's what it is, man. And that's where I'm at. I'm around 56, you feel me? I'm out. We'll see y'all.